Hello students, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. Today we are going to learn about the new topic of chapter number 13, and the name of topic is logistic type of growth. It is very important question according to board examination. So we are learning chapter number 13, organisms and population, and in last video lecture we have completed about the exponential type of growth. So you know that the in our syllabus total two different type of growth models are there. First one is about the exponential growth and second one is about the logistic type of growth. Okay, so in this video lecture we will talk about the second type, which is known as logistic type of growth. But before starting this video lecture we are going to revise the last question, and last question was about the exponential growth. Okay, you know that the exponential type of growth is possible when resources means food and space is unlimited. It means if in any habitat or in any ecosystem resources will be unlimited, then exponential type of growth will be there. Okay, so we can say that the important equation about exponential growth will be dn by dt is equal to b minus d multiplied by n, where b minus d is equal to r. Then the important equation will be dn by dt is equal to rn. So you will remember this equation, dn by dt is equal to rn, where what is the meaning of r? Where r is one type of intrinsic rate of natural increase. Again underline this word, r is equal to intrinsic rate of natural increase, and the value of r will be different. Okay, for the different type of organisms. Some informations are given in your textbook about the value of r. We can say that for the rat found in Norway the value of r will be 0.015. For the flower beetle the value of r will be 0.12. For the human population in India in the year of 1981 the value of r will be 0.0205. Okay, if you want to find the current value of r for the current human population, then you must know about the value of b as well as value of d, because you know that the r is equal to b minus d. Okay, now see the graph, figure number 13.5. you can see the graph. There are two types of graph number a and graph number b. So dn by dt is equal to rn is about the a, and a is the a graph. It represents the exponential type of growth. Okay, now see the next equation, nt is equal to n0 ert, where nt is equal to population density after time t, and 0 is equal to population density at time 0. r is equal to intrinsic rate of natural increase, and e is equal to the base of natural logarithm. Okay, the value of e you will remember 2.71828. Now see the last paragraph is also important. Any species growing exponentially under unlimited resource conditions can reach enormous population density in short time. It means in very short period of time the growth will be unlimited. It is able to reach to the unlimited growth. Darwin showed how even a slow growing animals like elephant could reach enormous numbers in the absence of checks. Okay, the following is one type of story. Okay, so you will read the one story which is given in your textbook. Okay, it is not important according to view of examination, so we will skip this story. And now we are going to the our next topic, which is logistic type of growth. Okay, for this we will use the same method of the easy language notes. Okay, so see the title, logistic type of growth. In exponential type of growth we said like this, exponential type of growth is only possible when resources are unlimited. Okay, but now we will say that unlimited resources is not possible. Okay, so if resources are not unlimited, then exponential growth is not possible for the each and every living organism. See the first point, no population of any species in nature has at its disposal unlimited resources to permit the exponential growth. It means exponential growth is not possible in reality. Okay, so you will remember that in reality exponential growth is not possible because no species of any population or the any individual organisms having the unlimited resources like unlimited food and unlimited shelter, means unlimited space. Point number 2, this leads to the competition between individuals for the limited resources. If resources are limited, then of course there will be a competition in a particular population of living organism. For example, if there is only one pond or one lake in a wall forest region, then there will be the competition for the water. Okay. Point number 3, eventually the fittest individual will survive and do reproduction. You know that the survival of fittest, okay, so the fittest individual means the individual having the best gene will able to survive. Okay, it is able to survive, and after surviving these individuals do what? These individuals are going to do reproduction. Okay, and with the help of reproduction they are going to produce their progeny. Point number 4, the governments of many countries have also realized this fact and introduced various restraints with a view to limit human population growth. You know that nowadays in our country India the population of human will be more than 130 crore. Okay, so governments know this all things very well. You know that so many problems are occurring because of a huge population. Okay, so you know that the India is not developed country. India is one type of developing country, and if we compare India with other developed countries like USA as well as Canada, then you know that the population of this developed country is lesser compared to India. That's why they having the good different type of resources. Okay, so this page number 1 is completed. We are again going to revise this page. We can say that first point, no population of any species in nature has at its disposal unlimited resources to permit exponential growth. It means, in short, we can say that exponential growth is not possible for each and every living organism in normal conditions. Point number 2, this leads to the competition between individuals for limited resources, and underline this, competition for the limited resources. And you know that the fittest individual will survive and will do reproduction, and governments know this very well. So the first page is completed. Now see the second page. We can say that point number 5, in nature a given habitat has enough resources to support a maximum possible number beyond which no further growth is possible. Okay, so we can say that in nature, it means in a particular habitat or particular ecosystem, it is possible to survive the minimum number of organisms. For example, we can say that if we are talking about the Gir region, then it is possible to survive 1000 lions in Gir region, but if we are taking more than 1 lakh lions, then it is not possible to survive. Okay, so this limit is nature's carrying capacity. The sign of nature's carrying capacity will be capital K for that species in the habitat. So now there is a new concept, and the name of concept is capital K. K is what? K is one type of carrying capacity. Okay, K is one type of limitation. K is one type of border. So you will remember K is what? K is one type of carrying capacity, K is one type of limitation, K is one type of border. Okay, now see the graph. You can see the graph. Point number 8. We will talk about later for the point number 7, but see the graph. If we draw the graph, population density, sin capital A, opposite to what? Opposite to time t. Now see, the K is what? K is one type of carrying capacity. See, K is one type of limitation. Now what will be the equation? Equation will be dN by dt is equal to Rn in bracket K minus n upon K. So see, dN by dt is equal to Rn is the equation for the exponential growth, but now we are adding what? Now we are adding only K minus n upon K. So this equation will be for the logistic type of growth. Okay, so you will see the graph. Now see, if we are doing the if we are going for the analysis of this graph, point number 7, see, a population growing in a habitat with limited resources. So initially a lag phase followed by the phase of acceleration and deceleration and finally an asymptote, means we can say that constant. Okay, so the graph, you will see the different type of phases will be there in graph. You will remember initial phase, middle phase and the final phase. Okay, when the population density reaches the carrying capacity, it will be the constant. Okay, so this page is also completed here. And see the point number 8, a plot of n in relation to time t result into a sigmoid shape, sigmoid curve. So underline this sigmoid shape or the sigmoid curve. Underline this, it is important. So page number 2 is completed. Now see, in page number 3 we have a one diagram. See, A is for the exponential type of growth, while B is for what? While we can say that B is for the logistic type of growth. You will draw the graph of both. Okay, if question will be asked either for exponential or the logistic growth, you will draw the both graph. So after drawing both graph, you are able to compare this both things. Okay, so for the graph of exponential growth, the carrying capacity K is not required. Okay, but for the graph of logistic type of growth, carrying capacity K is required. So see, A means red graph, red line, and B is blue graph, means we can say the blue line. A is response, A represent dN by dt upon Rn, while B having the same equation including K minus n upon K. See figure number 13.6, population growth curve. A, when responses are not limiting the growth, plot is exponential. When responses are limiting the growth, plot is logistic. Okay, and K is one type of carrying capacity. So you can say that when resources are what? When resources are limited, then graph number B is there, and when resources are unlimited, then graph number A is there. Okay, means if resources are limited, logistic type of growth is there, and if resources are unlimited, exponential type of growth is there. Now see the point number 9. This type of population growth is known as the Whorst per logistic growth. So underline this type of population growth, means logistic type of population growth is also known as Whorst per logistic growth. It is a one-liner equation and described by the following equation. You know the equation, dN by dt is equal to Rn in bracket K minus n upon K, where n is equal to population density at time t, R is equal to intrinsic rate of natural increase, and K is equal to carrying capacity. Now see point number 10, very important. Since resources for growth for most animals population are infinite and become limiting sooner or later, it means resources for the any living organism is not unlimited. Okay, it is limited, or if it is not limited, then it will be limited sooner. So the logistic growth model, means this type of growth model is considered as a more realistic compared to the exponential type of growth model. So we can say that in this page total 3 concepts are there. In first concept, we can say that logistic type of growth is also known as Whorst per type of growth. In second concept, there is a one definition, dN by dt is equal to Rn in bracket K minus n upon K. And in last concept, concept, we can say that if we are going with the reality, then we can say that maximum living organisms having limited resources. So compared to exponential growth, this logistic growth is what? This logistic growth is the more realistic. Okay, so we can say that this page is completed. And now if we are going to revise the whole question from textbook, see, it is very short and simple question. So see the title, logistic growth. No population of any species in nature has at its disposal unlimited resources to permit exponential growth. It means exponential growth is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because there will be limited resources. Okay, this lead to competition between individuals for limited resources. See, if resources are limited, then competition will be there for the individuals. Eventually, the fittest individual will survive and will do reproduction. The governments of many countries have also realized this fact and introduced various restraints with a view to limit human population growth. So governments are also trying to control the human population. In nature, a given habitat has enough resource to support a maximum possible numbers beyond which no further growth is possible. Okay, and which is known as the carrying capacity K for that species in habitat. So underline, this is a definition of carrying capacity K. You will start definition from: in nature, a given habitat has enough resources to support a maximum possible number beyond which no further growth is possible, which is known as carrying capacity K. Okay, now see, we can say that the graph is there, different type of phases are there. Initially some different type of shape will be there, middle some different type of shape will be there, and at last, okay, different type of shape. But we can say that at last sigmoid curve will be there, and at last it will be constant. Okay, and now see it, this type of population growth is known as Weghorst-Perl logistic growth. Equation is very important. dN by dt is equal to Rn in bracket K minus n upon K, where n is equal to population density at time t, R is equal to intrinsic rate of natural increase, and K is one type of carrying capacity. So we can say that since resources for growth for most animals population are limited and become limiting sooner or later, this growth model is considered as a more realistic. Okay, so this question is completed. So you will write this whole question in homework, and you will write the differences between exponential growth and logistic growth. In differences, you can say some differences like, see, the shape of the curve of both type of growth model is different. The equation will be different. Okay, one is occurring when resources is unlimited, other is occurring when resources is unlimited, and with example. So you will write differences of the both type of growth model, like exponential growth and logistic type of growth. So this question is completed here. Thank you very much.